पिता भगवान हमें दो ज्ञान, तू ईश्वर प्यारा दुनिया में एक सहारा। हे जगत पिता भगवान हमें दो ज्ञान, तू ईश्वर प्यारा दुनिया में एक सहारा।
Namaste or Sitaram. Devotees, welcome to the home of Pundit Vishnu Deonarine, here at 337 Mission Road, Freeport, the headquarters of the Akashvani Dharma Sabha of Trinidad and Tobago. Tonight, the Akashvani Dharma Sabha, together with all of you, would be observing Shivatri Puja or worship to Lord Shiva. The divine music that you are hearing in the background is being rendered by the Akashvani Bhajan and Kirtan Mandali, made up of the following members: synthesizer player Narayan Danlal of Derrick Road, Chase Village, music director, harmonium player and singer Ramkisun Ramdat of Chiklan Village, Freeport. Singers are Pandita Savitri Allison Deonarine of Farouk Avenue, El Socorro, Zalina Tulla of Presal Crown Trace East, Chiklan, Freeport, Ryan Danlal of Derrick Road, Chase Village, Priya Bagalu of Chiklan Village, Freeport, Rihanna Bagalu of Chiklan Village, Freeport, and our Dolak player Rishi Bagalu of Chiklan Village, Freeport. our bassman Prandipu of Chase Village. Supplying our sounds this night is DJ Finance, whose correct name is Amit Rajkumar of Tate Model Road, Freeport. Our VS tonight is Pundit Vishnu Deonarine of 337 Mission Road, Freeport, assisted by Pundit Kumal Deonarine of 335 Mission Road, Freeport, Deputy Spiritual Leader of the Akashvani Dharma Sabha of Trinidad and Tobago, together with Pundit Avinash Singh, proprietor of Jyoti Puja Store of Chase Village, and trainee Pundit Devendra Mohanlal of Chananagore, and trainee Pundit Devan Mohammed, together with Ariana Sampat of Freeport, Veena Ramsaran and Krista Ramsaran Morgan of Orchard Garden, Shogunas. Other pundits include Dr. Raj Shiva Prasad Mavala of India, Pandita Priyamati Pamela Deonarine, and Pandit Brian Narad Mangal, both of Olive Grove, Macbean, Vancouver. I am your presenter, Pandita Primati Baldev of 337 Mission Road, Freeport. I now hand you over to Savitri Allison Deonarine for opening prayers. I now hand you over to Ryan Danlal for a bhajan.
दे माँ अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ हे शारदे माँ हे शारदे माँ अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ हमें तार तू श्वेत वर्णी कमल पे विराजे, हाथों में वीणा मुकुट सर बिसाजे। तू श्वेत वर्णी कमल पे विराजे, हाथों में वीणा मुकुट सर बिसाजे। मन से हमारे मिटाते अंधेरे, हमको उजालों का संसार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ। अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ।
I now hand you over to Savitri Alison Deonarine for a bhajan.
सुख के सब साथी, दुख में न कोई। मेरे राम, मेरे राम, तेरा नाम एक सच्चा, तू जान को। सुख के सब साथी, दुख में न कोई।
Over to Ram Kisun Ramdad for a bhajan.
मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम, दुष्टर भव सागर तरणम। मानस भजले गुरु चरणम, दुष्टर भव सागर तरणम।
दुष्टर भव सागर तरणम।
मानस भजले गुरु चरणम, दुष्टर भव सागर तरणम।
मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम, दुष्टर भव सागर तरणम।
गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय,
गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय।
गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय।
गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय।
साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय।
सत्य साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय।
मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम, दुष्टर भव
शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिवो ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओम नमो बाबा
मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम दुष्टर भव सागर चरणम
मानस भजरे गुरु चरणं दूषर भव सागर तरणं
गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय
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 साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय
सत्य साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय
सत्य साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय
सत्य साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय
मानस भजरे गुरु चरणम दुष्टर भव सागर चरणम
मानस भजरे गुरु चरणं दूषर भव सागर तरणं
दुष्टर भव सागर चरणम
I now hand you over to Rihanna Bagalu for a bhajan.
आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में शिव जी की मंदिर शिव जी की मंदिर शिव जी की मंदिर में आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में सोना के और मूर्ति बने हैं सोना के और मूर्ति बने हैं सीता और श्री राम शिव जी की मंदिर में आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में तुलसीदास बजो भगवाना तुलसीदास बजो भगवाना लक्ष्मण और हनुमान शिव जी की मंदिर में आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में
I now hand you over to Priya Bagalu for a bhajan.
ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ
you over to Zalina Tilla for a bhajan.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. 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 Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Rameshwara Shiva Rameshwara. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Rameshwara Shiva Rameshwara. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Koteshwara Shiv Koteshwara. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Koteshwara Shiv Koteshwara. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Jatadhara Shiva Jatadhara. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Jatadhara Shiva Jatadhara. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. 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 Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. 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 Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya.
Devotees, let us all stand for Shiva Arati, led by Savitri Allison Deonarine and Ryan Danlal.
जग पालनहारे
ॐ जय शिव ओंकारा
ब्रह्मा विष्णु सदा शिव जानत अविवेका
स्वामी जानत से डेरा
प्राणावक्ष के मारे प्राणावक्ष के मारे ये तीनों आखा ओम जय शिवा ओंकारा जय शिवा ओंकारा
प्रभु हर शिव ओंकारा ब्रह्मा विष्णु
ओम जय शिवा ओंकारा जय शिवा ओंकारा
I now hand you over to Alison Deonarine and Ryan Danlal for a chant. Devotees, you may kindly take your seats.
जय जय गुरु ओंकार जय शिव ओम
जय जय गुरु ओंकार जय शिवा ओम
जय जय गुरु ओंकार जय शिव ओम
जय जय गुरु ओंकार जय शिवा ओम
गुरु शिव ओम गुरु शिव ओम
गुरु ओम शिवा ओम गुरु ओम शिवा ओम
हे राम हे राम हे राम हे राम
हे राम हे राम हे राम हे राम
राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम
ओ राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम
जय जय गुरु ओंकार जय शिव ओम
जय जय गुरु ओंकार जय शिवा ओम
जय जय गुरु ओंकार जय शिव ओम
जय जय गुरु ओंकार जय शिवा ओम
गुरु शिव ओम गुरु शिव ओम
गुरु ओम शिवा ओम गुरु ओम शिवा ओम
हे राम हे राम हे राम हे राम
हे राम हे राम हे राम हे राम
राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम
ओ राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम
जय गुरु कार जय शिवा
जय जय गुरु कार जय शिवा जय जय गुरु कार जय शिवा जय जय गुरु कार जय शिवा कार जय शिवा
Before I hand you over to our Vyas, Pundit Vishnu Deonarine, I would like you to know that Pundit Ji will be delivering a discourse based on higher knowledge of Lord Shiva. Pundit Ji will be quoting from the Upanishads, Ling Puran, Shiv Puran, and the Holy Ramayana. Kindly mentally prepare yourselves for this informative spiritual treat. After which, you will be allowed to perform puja upon the Shivlingam. Om Namah Shivaya. I now hand you over to our learned Vyas, Pundit Vishnu Deonarine.
Umapati Mahadev ki jai. Devotees of God, let us put our hands together as we offer prayers to Bhagwan Sadashiv. While I recite mantras in the Sanskrit language, I would like you to recite all the time Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Namami Shamishana Nirvan Narupam Vibhum Vyapakam Brahmavira Swarupam Ajam Nirgunam Nirvikalpam Niriham Chir Akasham Akashavasam Bhajyaham Nirakaram Omkaram Moolam Turiyam Gira Jnana Goti Tamisham Girisham Karalam Mahakalakalam Kripalam Gunagara Sansara Param Natva Tusharadri Sankashagaram Gabhiram Manobhuta Koti Prabhasri Shariram Spuran Maulikalolini Charu Ganga Lasarbhala Balendu Kanti Bhujanga Chalat Kundalam Brusunitram Vishalam Prasannananam Neelakantam Dayalam Mrigadhisha Charmambaram Unnamalam Priyam Shankaram Sarvanatam Bhajami Prachannam Prakrishtam Pragalbam Parisham Akhandam Ajambhanukoti Prakasham Trayah Shula Nirmulanam Shulapanim Bhajyaham Bhavani Patani Baram Kalatita Kalyana Kalpantakari Sada Sajan Ananda Data Purari Chirananda Samdoha Moha Pahari Prasida Prasida Oman Matari Nayavanumanata Padaravindam Bhajamti Hulok लोके परे वनरान् न तावत् सुखं शान्ति सन्तापनाशम् प्रसीद प्रभु सर्वभूत निवासम् रुद्र अष्टकम् इदं स्तोत्रम् विप्रेण हरतुष्टे ये पठन्ति नरा भक्त्या तेषां शम्भो हरतुष्टे उमापति महादेव की जय शरणम। Devotees of God, our great books tell us that there are two aspects of Lord Shiva. One aspect is which you are accustomed seeing in a picture, holding a trishul in his hand with a crescent moon on his forehead, sitting on a tiger skin in meditation. And there's another aspect in which he is not in any human form or material form whatsoever. That aspect of Lord Shiva in the material form is called the Sagun aspect of him. And then the other aspect in which he pervades everything, he controls everything, he is not in any visible form, that aspect is called the Nirgun form. Nirgun means without form. Sagun means with form. Lord Shiva had a son by the name of Kumara. And Kumara constantly questioned his father, Lord Shiva. So one day Kumara said, "Oh Father, Lord Shiva, tell me about yourself. In your Nirgun form, how people worship you? And how do you protect this world? Explain to me." And so Lord Shiva thought to himself, "All right, my son wants to learn about me in my Nirgun form. I'm going to tell you." We begin with explanations from the Holy Ramayana. Chaupai.
Vishnu
बिना पग के चलता है. He moves about without feet. That is his nirgun form, without qualities in him. बिना काना से सुनता है. Without ears, he hears everything. और बिना हाथ के अनेक प्रकार के कर्मा करते हैं. And without hands, he does all different kind of things. बिना मुख के सबका भोग करता है. Without mouth, he eats everything. और बिना बानी की बहुत कहने वाला तथा योगी है. And without a voice, he is the biggest talker, biggest yogi out. The voice of God. Can you imagine that? Lord Shiva in a form that is not material. And he does so many things. Without feet, he moves about. Without hands, he performs actions. Without ears, he hears. Without a mouth, he eats. And without a voice, he speaks. That form is very difficult for us to understand. And the voice of God, that form is what yogis try to see when they go into meditation. Kumar listened very attentively, said, "Oh, my father, it is so important. Tell me more about yourself, that nirgun form." And so, Lord Shiva continued. Chopai? नयन बिनु देखा गहया गाना बिनु बस शीखा गहया गाना बिनु बस शीखा.
जय रामा श्री रामा जय जय रामा जय जय रामा श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा.
अस सब भांति अलौकिक करना.
जय राम श्री रामा जय जय रामा.
अस सब भांति अलौकिक करनी. महिमा जसो जय नहीं करनी. महिमा जसो नहीं करनी.
जय राम श्री रामा जय जय रामा जय जय रामा श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा.
The voice of God, Lord Shiva continues. बिना शरीर के सब कुछ छूता है. Without a body, I touch everything. नेत्रों के बिना देखता. Without eyes, I see. और नासिका के बिना संपूर्ण सुगंध को ग्रहण करते हैं. And without a nostril, I can smell everything. ऐसे सब प्रकार अलौकिक करता है. This form of mine is out of this world. The voice of God. How can we prove that Lord Shiva has that form? In this human body, there are systems that function. You have the respiratory system, digestive system, nervous system, skeletal system, endocrine gland systems, immune systems, muscular systems, how do they all function? You take a dead man, he has all these systems in him. And you take a living man, his system functions. He can breathe, he can digest his food, he can reproduce. And he has an immune system in him that fights off on waters, bacteria, and so on. What causes these systems to function in the living man and not in the dead man? That is divine force of Lord Shiva inside of all of us. We call it in common language, we call it consciousness. We call it intelligence. We call it pran. It cannot be seen by the naked eyes. In addition to that, inside the spinal cord, inside the vertebral column of the human being, called the backbone, inside the backbone, that vertebral column, there's a hole, and a fine extension of the brain runs through that hole. That fine part is called the spinal cord. Inside the spinal cord, there are chakras. These chakras cannot be seen with the naked eyes, but they function. When these chakras function, there are 7 of them. They correspond to the 7 systems in the human body. And you know the devotees of God, these chakras, because of the energy, the consciousness of Lord Shiva inside of all of us, cause us to be alive. That is the nirgun form I'm talking about. So for yogis who want to see it and want to experience it, they have to close their eyes and search within. And when they begin to search within, and they tune their minds to get into the spinal cord, then they begin to see these chakras glittering, starting from the base of the spinal cord. Different colors, different shape. The lowest one called the Muladhara chakra, which is like an upside down triangle with a point below. And in that chakra, there's what is called the Kundalini Shakti, that make 3.5 wraps around that chakra. With the head, the Kundalini head pointing downwards. And when the yogi goes into meditation and he looks at the chakra, he doesn't see it right away. He observes different colors. And what he tries to do in his meditation, reciting the Om Namah Shivaya, he tries to pull these colors together. And then the chakras manifest themselves. And as they manifest themselves, the Muladhara chakra, under which the Kundalini Shakti of Lord Shiva, that resides in all of us, when that rises, it makes a hissing sound like a snake. And it lifts its head, and it begins to climb from chakra to chakra until it reaches the head. That is the power of Lord Shiva inside of all of us. God. You have that inside of you. Your body gets a cut and it heals. What causes it to heal, devotees of God? But if you cut a dead man, that's it. He's not going to be healed. But the living man, he would be healed. What is the cause of that? The Shakti of Lord Shiva resides in all of us. The Nirgun form of Lord Shiva resides in us. And because of that, we are able to function. One friend of mine was telling me recently, well, unfortunately, he drinks a lot. And so he told me, Punditji, I once vomited. And after vomiting, I suffocated in my vomit. And then I came out of my body. I died. That's what he told me. I hope he's here tonight. He could rectify what I said and he could verify it. And he said, Punditji, I was looking at myself. I was watching on my body. And people surrounded me and I couldn't tell them what I wanted to tell them. But they called the police. And when the police came, one of them took his boot and touched him. And they said, this man is dead. He was hearing. They took him up and threw him in the van. And then he said, what is this? So he says, I'm going to jump in the van too. Without the body, he jumped in the van. And while they were going, he said he entered back his body. So I said, how you entered your body? He said he just pushed himself in his body. And before they reached the hospital, he woke up. Then the officers dropped him out and he returned home. Devotees of God, I had to believe. I had to believe because he was speaking to me and I was questioning him. And he was describing everything, what happened during that incident. That is proof, devotees of God, enough that Lord Shiva, who resides in all of us, is not the physical body. But when he comes out, he can see, just like how that guy saw what they were doing with him when he was out of the body. And when he came out of the body, in that spiritual form, he was able to hear what the officers were saying. And he was able to move about. And he had the power to re-enter his body too. Because the body was able to function. The body had all the organs intact. And so that form is called the form without quality. It is the Nirgun form of Lord Shiva. It is like a man driving a car, but he is not the car. It is like a man who lives in a house, but he is not the house. It is like you who wear clothing, but you are not the clothing. You wear your clothing, you live in your house, you drive your car, you are in the body, but you are not none of them. And so our Upanishads, which are the higher teachings of Hinduism, see here, we have this book called the 112 Upanishads. Listen to what is explaining. Lord Shiva continues in this book to educate his son. And you know what he told his son? Without foot or hand, I am as swift as a Caesar. What it means, without foot or hand, I am swift like anything to grab anything. Imagine that. Our higher knowledge tells us the same thing. He sees without eyes. That same divine Lord Shiva. He hears without ears. He knows whatever is to be known. Him there is none who knows. Men call him the great primeval person. See that? He's always there. And you know what happens, devotees of God? Every month, there is a Shivaratri. And we all gather every month, who knows about it, on that Shivaratri night to perform puja to Lord Shiva. But this particular one, in this month of Phalgun, which is between February and March, it is the greatest of all Shivaratris. Why? Because all the planets are so lined up. At this night, they're so lined up that the energy from all the planets and the universe are transferred to the planet Earth. And at that night, yogis go into meditation. And when they go into meditation, they draw within their bodies the energy of Lord, of different planets. And so they live long, they grow healthy and strong, and diseases doesn't affect them in any way. Devotees of God, this is the situation with us. The Lord dwells in the hearts of every one of us. As Lord Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, verse 26, I am that self that is seated in the hearts of every living entity. I am the beginning, I am the middle, and the end of this creation of every one of us. Your body will die. We have to understand what is death. Death doesn't mean that everything comes to an end. Death is just a separation of the energy in the body and the energy that is in the universe connecting to the body. But at death, nothing ends. Because the body is made of energy in the form of flesh and blood. And it's also made of energy in the form of the soul. Now, some people say the soul and the body are two different things. But I want to tell you that is not so. Why is it not so? Well, the body is made of elements. And these elements have an origin. And where the elements, the heat, coolness, water, solid, the liquid, the space, and so on, where did they all come from? They come from one divine being called Lord Shiva or God. And the soul, where did the soul come from? The soul came from the same Lord Shiva or God. So when two things come from the same source, how can they be different? How can they be different if they come from the same source? Not only that, in the Holy Bible it is said, God created man in his own image and likeness. Man is just like God. What does it mean by that? If God has power in him, then we have power in us. If God could do miracles, then we can do miracles too. And what about if God doesn't die? What about that? And he created us just like him. Well, God doesn't die too. I want to tell you that. If he doesn't die, he created us like him, then we don't die. What happens? Just in disintegration when the body cannot function anymore because of sicknesses, because of accidents and crimes and so on. But the elements in the body, what they do, they revert back to the sources that they came from. The heat element from the body goes back to the heat. The water element, the fire element, the Akash, the space element, they all go back to the elements in the universe. And who are the source of all the elements? The source of all the elements is that Supreme Master of the world, Bhagavan Sri Sadashiv. In the beginning of creation, devotees of God, when Lord Shiva wanted to create the universe, he has to get the materials to create that universe. When he alone existed, when there was nothing around, no plants, no animal, no trees, no water, no land, no day and night, that divine one was alone. And the time had reached for him when he thought he wanted to produce a universe. Where is the material going to come from? Where? There was nothing around. He had to create that material, all those materials, from within himself. All the materials for creation were filled in Lord Shiva. And so he had to expand himself. That Lord Shiva then, what was the first form he took? From his Nirgun form, he first came into what is called consciousness. From consciousness, he came into what is called Prakriti. Prakriti is a word that means the finest form of matter or nature. Prakriti further then expanded itself into what you call the modes of gunas, tamogun, rajagun, or satogun, or the mode of ignorance, of peacefulness and calmness, or the mode of rajasic, want all the time. These three modes then, called Prakriti, They lay side by side when they projected themselves out from consciousness. And after a period of time, by the will of Lord Shiva, they began to vibrate on each other. And as they vibrated, the first set of atoms came into being. If one examines an atom, he would see some forces. One called a proton, another called an electron, and another called a neutron. At the center, the nucleus of the atom, lies the proton and the neutron. And around it, there's the electrons swirling around. As time goes by, these electrons will produce more and more electrons. And as they do so, organs are formed. And when organs are formed, or when matter is formed, when matter is formed, then organs are formed. Matter turns then eventually into flesh and blood and so on. And then it gets grosser and grosser until human beings and plants and animals and this creation, what have you, come into being. And when we die, the reverse takes place. Lord Shiva takes us back into him, reducing back to the elements and back to the atoms, the molecules and so on, and straight back to him in the form of consciousness. He was explaining that to his son. But his son said, "Oh, Father, you said that of all the Shivaratri nights during the year, every month has a Shivaratri, as I told you, the 13th day of each month. Why is it people go to the mandirs and offer that night?" So the father said, "I just told you that all the planets are so lined up that Shivaratri night that all the energies are focused upon the planet Earth. And the yogis who know that, they sit upright. And as they sit upright, they get all the chakras in the body to come straight in a line. And what they do, they pull the energy to them through mantras, through chanting the Maha Mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And they continue throughout the night. As I said before, the bodies of God, that makes them look young and healthy. That is the true health that the body wants. It wants spiritual health. It needs material health, but it also wants spiritual health. But in order to prevent material disaster in the body, sicknesses and so on, we must be in a spiritual mood to pull that energy to our body, have our body function healthy and optimum. Umapati Mahadeva Ki Jai. We take a break for a bhajan, after which we continue.
बाल चंद्रमा से शिवाजी ने प्रगट के जैसे बिजली की ज्योत चमक से ओ शिवाजी ने प्रगट के ओ शिवाजी ने प्रगट के ओ शिवाजी
उमापति महादेव की जय. A son is questioning his father to get knowledge. And the father, being so concerned and want to educate his son, imparted divine knowledge to his son. One of the greatest things to have in life is for a father and son to have such relationship that the son could come out and speak freely to the father. So the son by the name of Kumar said, "Oh father, indeed you told me about that Nirgun form of Lord Shiva or the Nirgun aspect of Lord Shiva. But we are not yogis, everybody are not yogis. To go into meditation and find Lord Shiva in that universal form in the body, residing in the chakras and so on. On that Shivaratri night, yogis could go into meditation and find him and worship him. What about the ordinary people? Are they to be left out?" Then Lord Shiva said, "I will tell you a secret." What is the secret? He said, "Lingabhisheshakam nirmalyam Guru Abhishekatiratam Maheshwara Padurakam Janam Malinyam Shalayanti." Lord Shiva said, "My son, another way to worship me is in my sagun form, material form. Take anything that I create upon this planet, whether it be the earth, whether pieces of wood, gold, silver, diamond, and you shape it into a Shiva lingam. And you consecrate that lingam. You bathe that lingam with milk, with honey, with sugar, with grains like till, rice, pieces of cane, and put upon it bay leaves. And when that happens, I bless my devotee. I bless my devotee, and I bless the person who teaches the devotee to do that. So on this particular Shivaratri night, if you are not a yogi, you can worship me in my sagun form. But this sagun form is the outcome of the nirgun form. It is the Honorable tree will produce a fruit. So then, the nirgun form produced the sagun form. In other words, they are connected. Hey, devotees of God, then, you have prepared yourself tonight to come to go upon that Shivling, or to come and make pujas upon that Shivling. You have put aside everything, devotees of God, particularly to come to make this place a place of worship tonight. And I want to tell you, devotees of God, the blessings that you will release from Lord Shiva to you tonight will be beyond what man could comprehend, beyond the cognition of man, so to speak. And so, devotees of God, the opportunity will come in a few minutes' time for you to come up here, guided by Pundit Kumal and our Trini Pundits, to show you what to do and to lead you aright. So, devotees of God, then somebody will say, "Well, Pundit, which lingam is better? The one out of dirt in my yard, or the one made of diamonds, or pearl, or silver, or gold? Which is the better lingam?" Lord Shiva told his son, "All the materials for these lingam came from me. So they can't be better than none. And in addition to that, it is not a lingam that worries me or that I need. It is the bhakti, it is the devotion that I want. For if a man has a lingam made of pearl or diamonds, and a little poor fellow have one made out of dirt, doesn't mean that the poor fellow made one of dirt is going to be pushed aside by Lord Shiva. It doesn't mean that. What Lord Shiva is looking for is what you put out there to him in the form of devotion on that Shivaratri night. So why I'm telling you these things, devotees of God? I want to build within you that spirituality so that you will be prepared mentally to go and make your offerings there and pour your love out to Lord Shiva. And one secret I want to put out tonight is that when you go there, after Pandit Komal instructs you, he will give you just a little minute off to rest your hands upon that lingam and in your own way talk to Lord Shiva. And I want to tell you, whatever you ask for, that is going to be granted. I remember when I was a young boy, I always loved being a Pundit. Maybe because I came from the lineage of Pundits. I don't know. But here it is. With all the education I have, I prefer to sit here and be a Pundit. What's the reason? Every Shivaratri when I go to the temple, I would pray and ask Lord Shiva, I also want to be a Pundit so that I can deliver knowledge to other people who would come wise. At this point, devotees of God, I'm going to offer mantras created by Swami Adi Shankaracharya, who the thought was an incarnation of Lord Shiva. These are mantras, and we don't need dholak and other things. We need the organist alone, and while I recite the mantras. When I give these mantras in the Sanskrit language, Pandita Premati is going to explain them to you in the English language. Brahma Murari Surar Chittalingam Nirmala Bhasita Shobhita Lingam Janmaraja Dugvina Shakalingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam.
I bow before that lingam, which is the eternal Shiva, which is worshipped by Brahma, Vishnu and other devas, which is pure and resplendent, and which destroys the sorrows of birth. Om Namah Shivaya.
Deva Muni Pravarara Chittalingam Kamadahan Karunakaralingam Ravanadara Pavinashanalingam Tatpranamami Sada Shivalingam.
I bow before that lingam, which is the eternal Shiva, which is worshipped by great devas and sages, which destroy the god of love, which showers mercy and destroy the pride of Ravan. Om Namah Shivaya.
Sarva Sugandha Sulepitalingam Bodhi Vivaradana Karanalingam Seda Surasura Vanditalingam Tata Pranamami Sada Shivalingam.
I bow before that lingam, which is the eternal Shiva, which is anointed by perfumes, which leads to the growth of wisdom, and which is worshipped by sages, devas and asuras. Om Namah Shivaya.
Kanaka Mahamani Bhushitalingam Panipati Vishtita Shobhitalingam Dakshasuyajana Vinashanalingam Tata Pranamami Sada Shivalingam.
I bow before that lingam, which is the eternal Shiva, which is ornamented by gold and great jewels, which shines with the snake being with it, and which destroys the Vajna of Daksha. Om Namah Shivaya.
Kumkuma chandana lepita Pankajahara Sushobhita Lingam Sanchita Papa Vinashana Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shiva Lingam.
I bow before that lingam, which is the eternal Shiva, which is adorned by sandal paste and saffron, which wears a garland of lotus flowers, and which can destroy accumulated sins. Om Namah Shivaya.
Devaganara Archita Lingam Sevita Pairabha Bhakti Bireva Lingam Dinkara Koti Prabhakara Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shiva Lingam.
I bow before that lingam, which is the eternal Shiva, which is served by gods and other beings, which is the doorway of wisdom and good thoughts, and which shines like billions of suns. Om Namah Shivaya.
Ashjalalo Pariveshtita Lingam Sarvasamudbhavakarana Lingam Ashtadaridra Vinashana Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shiva Lingam.
I bow before that lingam, which is the eternal, which is surrounded by 8 petals, which is the prime resort of all riches, and which destroys the 8 kinds of poverty. Om Namah Shivaya.
Surguru Suravara Pujita Lingam Survana Pushpa Sadara Chitta Lingam Parat Param Paramatmaka Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada
Shiva Lingam.
I bow before that lingam, which is the eternal Shiva, which is worshipped by the teacher of the gods, which is worshipped by the best of gods, which is always worshipped with flowers from the garden of gods, which is the eternal abode, and which is the ultimate truth. Om Namah Shivaya.
Lingashtakam Idam Punyam Yaha Pate the Shiva Sanidho Shiva Lukam Vab Apnoti Shivena Saha Murati Shivoham Shivoham.
Anyone who chants this holy octet of the lingam in the holy presence of Lord Shiva would in the end reach the world of Lord Shiva and keep him company. Om Namah Shivaya.
Umapati Mahadeva Ki Jai. You have heard the great devotees of God of performing pujan upon that lingam. It was explained to you. We have created the opportunity for you to do so tonight, devotees of God, to go to the lingam and perform pujan as instructed by Pundit Deonarine and his assistant, Pundit Trainee Pundit Devendra Mohanlal, Trainee Pundit Devan Mohammed, Pandita Pamela Deonarine, Pandita Savitri Alison Deonarine, and others. Devotees of God, I now ask Pandit Deonarine, Komal Deonarine, to take his position. Let us all be prepared now to go and make our offerings. There's a friend of mine, a lady from Lange Park, who wants to come because she's alone and she wants to come at an early stage Get yourself ready and come up here, and the others can follow suit. Umapati Mahadev Ki Jai. I now hand over to the Akashvani Dharma Sabha to sing your lovely bhajans while our pujas are in progress.
I also call on Devon Mohammed, Ariana Sampad, Veena Ramsaran, Krista Ramsaran, Pundit Pamela Deonarine to take their positions in order for these puja to take place. Also, Pandit Devendra Mohanlal.
जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय जय गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हरे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हरे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हरे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हरे जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय जय लंबोदर पीतांबर सोहे हरि मन मुख तन यन रत मारे लंबोदर पीतांबर सोहे हरि मन मुख तन यन रत मारे कछ मन मालिक ले बिच सोहे कछ मन मालिक ले बिच सोहे लाल में चंद्र कलावे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हरे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हरे जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय जय मोरकली देत जनने जब तुम कचरत नो पुर जन तारे मोरकली देत जनने जब तुम कचलत नो पुर जन तारे प्रेधि से दो चवद चुलावत प्रेधि से दो चवद चुलावत सुर समोहल की और सपारे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हरे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हरे जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणेश जय गणपति जय जय
नमो महादेव शंभो नमो सदाशिव ओम जय भुवनेश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम। नमो महादेव शंभु नमो सदाशिव ओम। जय परमेश्वर जय भुवनेश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम। शंभु नमो सदाशिव ओम। जय परमेश्वर जय भुवनेश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम। शंभु नमो सदाशिव ओम। जय परमेश्वर जय भुवनेश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम। शंकर ओम। नीलकंठगिरि अखिलेश्वर धर जय शिव शंकर ओम। नमो महादेव शंभु नमो सदाशिव ओम। जय परमेश्वर जय भुवनेश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम। शिव शंकर नटराज सुंदर हर हर शंकर ओम। शिव शंकर ओम। जय डमरूधर जय कैलेश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम। नमो महादेव शंभो नमो सदाशिव ओम। जय परमेश्वर जय भुवनेश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम। नमो महादेव शंभो नमो सदाशिव ओम। जय परमेश्वर जय भुवनेश्वर जय शिव शंकर ओम। जय शिव शंकर ओम। जय शिव शंकर ओम।
जय शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभु शिव शंकर शंभु हे शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभु शिव शंकर शंभु हे शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभु शिव शंकर शंभु हे गिरिजापति भवानी
बजु मन हरि हरो सुमिरो मन नारायणा बजु मन हरि हरो सुमिरो मन नारायणा नारायणा हरि नारायणा नारायणा हरि नारायणा बजु मन हरि हरो सुमिरो मन नारायणा बजु मन हरि हरो सुमिरो मन नारायणा बज मन सूरज बज मन चंदा बज मन सूरज बज मन चंदा बज मन पवन सुमिरो मन नारायणा बज मन पवन सुमिरो मन नारायणा नारायणा हरि नारायणा नारायणा हरि नारायणा बज मन हरि हरो सुमिरो मन नारायणा बज मन हरि हरो सुमिरो मन नारायणा बज मन सीता बज मन रामा बज मन सीता बज मन रामा बज मन हनुमति वीर सुमिरो मन नारायणा बज मन हनुमति वीर सुमिरो मन नारायणा नारायणा हरि नारायणा नारायणा हरि नारायणा बज मन हरि हरो सुमिरो मन नारायणा बज मन हरि हरो सुमिरो मन नारायणा बज मन गौरी और गणेशा बज मन गौरी और गणेशा बज मन सती संग शिवा सुमिरो मन नारायणा बज मन सती संग शिवा सुमिरो मन नारायणा नारायणा हरि नारायणा नारायणा हरि नारायणा बज मन हरि हरो सुमिरो मन नारायणा बज मन हरि हरो सुमिरो मन नारायणा बज मन तुलसी बज मन चंदन बज मन तुलसी बज मन चंदन बज मन गवन की पीर सुमिरो मन नारायणा बज मन गवन की पीर सुमिरो मन नारायणा नारायणा हरि नारायणा नारायणा हरि नारायणा बज मन हरि हरो सुमिरो मन नारायणा बज मन हरि हरो सुमिरो मन नारायणा बज मन हरि हरो सुमिरो मन नारायणा
मंगल मूर्ति राम दुलारे आन परा अब तेरे द्वारे हे बजरंग बली हनुमान हे महावीर करो कल्याण हे महावीर करो कल्याण मंगल मूर्ति राम दुलारे आन परा अब तेरे द्वारे हे बजरंग बली हनुमान हे महावीर करो कल्याण हे महावीर मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम बोले रे मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम बोले रे बोला 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 ओ मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम बोले रे मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम बोले रे काशी जी की विश्वनाथ नाथो की नाथ काशी जी की विश्वनाथ नाथो की नाथ काशी जी की विश्वनाथ नाथो की नाथ मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम बोले रे मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम बोले रे कोई चढ़ावे पान फूल कोई चढ़ावे माला कोई चढ़ावे पान फूल कोई चढ़ावे माला कोई मंगर मंगरे है कोरी लेके बाला मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम बोले रे मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम बोले रे बोला 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 ओ बोला 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 ओ मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम बोले रे मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम बोले रे अंधन को आग दे दे कुड़ियन को खाया अंधन को आग दे दे कुड़ियन को खाया भंजन के पुत्र दे निर्धन को माया मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम बोले रे मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम बोले रे बोला 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 ओ बोला बोला हा हा बोला बोला ओ मेरी बम 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 मेरी बम बोले रे मेरे बम 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 मेरी बम बोले रे मेरे बम 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 मेरी बम बोले रे
विष्णु प्रिया महलक चमी तेरी जय जयकार तेरी जय जयकार जगत में तेरी जय जयकार विष्णु प्रिया महलक चमी तेरी जय जयकार तेरी जय जयकार जगत में तेरी जय जयकार विष्णु प्रिया महलक चमी तेरी जय जयकार तेरी जय जयकार जगत में तेरी जय जयकार चरण वंदना करी सभी तुम जग की शोभा हो माता हर आंगन में पास करूँ माँ सुख संपत्ति की दाता चरण वंदना करी सभी तुम जग की शोभा हो माता हर आंगन में पास करूँ माँ सुख संपत्ति की दाता घर में सलामा की जब बहुजी फिर से आई बहार तेरी जय जयकार जगत में तेरी जय जयकार विष्णु प्रिया महलक चमी तेरी जय जयकार तेरी जय जयकार जगत में तेरी जय जयकार कनक बिराहन दाम है सोना अजब तुम्हारी है माया सभी कष्ट हो जाए किनारे जिस तुमको है पाया कनक बिराहन दाम है सोना अजब तुम्हारी है माया सभी कष्ट हो जाए किनारे तुमको है पाया, जिसकी है हाली जोली वो तुमको पुकार, तेरी जय जयकार जगत में तेरी जय जयकार। विष्णु प्रिया महलक जमी तेरी जय जयकार, तेरी जय जयकार जगत में तेरी जय जयकार। तुम्हारी चरणों की सेवा में तुमसे कोई रखन नहीं, कैसे करो तुम्हारी सेवा आई समझन जतन नहीं। तुम्हारी चरणों की सेवा में तुमसे कोई रखन नहीं, कैसे करो तुम्हारी सेवा आई समझन जतन नहीं। तुम जिससे तू देवो अकेला चाहे जगत में हाँ, तेरी जय जयकार जगत में तेरी जय जयकार। विष्णु प्रिया महलक जमी तेरी जय जयकार, तेरी जय जयकार जगत में तेरी जय जयकार। विष्णु प्रिया महलक जमी तेरी जय जयकार, तेरी जय जयकार जगत में तेरी जय जयकार। तेरी जय जयकार जगत में तेरी जय जयकार, तेरी जय जयकार जगत में तेरी जय जयकार।
शिव शंकर बोले बाले भोले, भक्तों के रखवाले, तुमको लाखों प्रणाम, तुमको मेरा प्रणाम। शिव शंकर बोले बाले भोले, भक्तों के रखवाले, तुमको लाखों प्रणाम, तुमको शिव शंकर जय शंकर बोले। सब देवों में देव निराले जय बम बम बोले, जय बम बम बोले, जय बम बम बोले।
आओ महिमा गाए भोलेनाथ की, भक्ति में को जाए भोलेनाथ की। हो आओ महिमा गाए भोलेनाथ की, भक्ति में को जाए भोलेनाथ की। भोलेनाथ की जय, शंभुनाथ की जय, गौरीनाथ की जय, दीनानाथ की जय। आओ महिमा गाए भोलेनाथ की, भक्ति में को जाए भोलेनाथ की। ओ आओ महिमा गाए भोलेनाथ की, भक्ति में को जाए भोलेनाथ की। मुख पर तेज है अंग भभूति, गले सिर्फ की माला। माँ की चंद्रमा छटा में गंगा, शिव का रूप निराला। शिव भक्ति की और शक्ति की, शिव भक्ति की और शक्ति की, नीता रखवाला। दिन रात में बात रहा है, ये दिन रात उजाला। जय बोलो भोलेनाथ की, भक्ति में तो जाए भोलेनाथ की। ओ आओ महिमा गाए भोलेनाथ की, भक्ति में तो जाए भोलेनाथ की। पी के गंगा करते जब जब, भोला शंकर आए। हाथ में अपना डमरू लेकर, नाचे नाच नचाए। जो भी श्रद्धा और भक्ति की, जो भी श्रद्धा और भक्ति की, ज्योति मन में लगाई। ये दिन रात बात रहा है, ये दिन रात उजाला। जय बोलो भोलेनाथ की, भक्ति में को जाए भोलेनाथ की। ओ आओ महिमा गाए भोलेनाथ की, भक्ति में को जाए भोलेनाथ की। भोलेनाथ की जय, शंभुनाथ की जय, गौरीनाथ की जय, दीनानाथ की जय। आओ महिमा गाए भोलेनाथ की, भक्ति में को जाए भोलेनाथ की। ओ पार मना के शिव बोले, बिगड़ी बनाने शिव बोले, कष्ट निराला शिव बोले, दुख दूर करे ये शिव बोले। जय बोलो दीनानाथ की, जय बोलो शंभुनाथ की, जो बोलो गौरीनाथ की, जय बोलो भद्रीनाथ की। ओ पार मना के शिव बोले, बिगड़ी बनाने शिव बोले, कष्ट निराला शिव बोले, दुख दूर करे ये शिव बोले।
जो तू मिटाना चाहे जीवन की तृष्णा, जो तू मिटाना चाहे जीवन की तृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बनने कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बनने कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा। जो तू मिटाना चाहे जीवन की तृष्णा, जो तू मिटाना चाहे जीवन की तृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बनने कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बनने कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा। कृष्ण नाम पावन पावन, कृष्ण नाम प्यारा प्यारा, जो न बोले कृष्णा कृष्णा जग में वो हारा हारा। कृष्ण नाम पावन पावन, कृष्ण नाम प्यारा प्यारा, जो न बोले कृष्णा कृष्णा जग में वो हारा हारा। मन कामिते अंधियारा बोले कृष्ण कृष्णा, मन कामिते अंधियारा बोले कृष्ण कृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बनने कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बनने कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णा। जिसको मिली ना पीरा सुख का मरम क्या जाने, जो न डाये कृष्णा कृष्णा निकेता ददम क्या माने। जिसको मिली ना पीरा सुख का मरम क्या जाने, जो न डाये कृष्णा कृष्णा निकेता ददम क्या माने। चाहे अगर उजियारा बोले कृष्ण कृष्णा, चाहे अगर उजियारा बोले कृष्ण कृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बनने कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बनने कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णा। छोड़ दे बतक ना धर, तूर दे हम का गेरा, भूल जा जगत के वैभव जग है दुखों का डेरा। छोड़ दे बतक ना धर, तूर दे हम का गेरा, भूल जा जगत के वैभव जग है दुखों का डेरा। फेरे काहे मारा मारा बोले कृष्ण कृष्णा, फेरे काहे मारा मारा बोले कृष्ण कृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बनने कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बनने कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णा। जो तू मिटाना चाहे जीवन की तृष्णा, जो तू मिटाना चाहे जीवन की तृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बनने कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बनने कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बनने Krishna Krishna Krishna
हर हर शंभो शंभो शिवा महादेवा शंभो शंभो शिवा महादेवा शंभो शंभो शिवा महादेवा शंभो कर्पूर गौरम करुणावतारम संसार सारम भुजगेन्द्रहारं
कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं
संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी चरितं नमामि सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी चरितं नमामि हर हर शंभो शंभो शिवा महादेवा शंभो शंभो शिवा महादेवा शंभो शंभो शिवा महादेवा
शंभो शंभो शिवा महादेवा
सदा नमानन्द कमले वसन्तं आनन्दकन्दं हितपपबिन्दं सनानन्दं कमले वसन्तं आनन्दकन्दं हितपपबिन्दं वरानिनाथं माधवनाथं विश्वनाथं शरणं पपाते वनाशिनाथं मम धननाथं विश्वनाथं शरणं पपातं हर हर शंभो शंभो शिवा महादेवा शंभो शंभो
शिवा महादेवा शंभो शंभो शिवा महादेवा शंभो शंभो शिवा महादेवा
मानस बजरे गुरु चरणम दूसर भव सागर तरनम मानस बजरे गुरु चरणम दूसर भव सागर मानस बजरे गुरु चरणम दूस्तर भव सागर तरनम मानस बजरे गुरु चरणम दूस्तर भव सागर तरनम गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय 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 सत्य साई नाथ सार गुरु जय जय सत्य साई नाथ सार गुरु जय जय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिव ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव अरुण शिव ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओम नमो बाबा मानस बजरे गुरु चरणम दूसर भव सागर तरनम मानस बजरे गुरु चरणम दूसर भव सागर तरनम दूसर भव सागर तरनम दूसर भव सागर हे जगत पिता भगवान हमें दो ज्ञान तू ईश्वर प्यारा दुनिया में एक सहारा हे जगत पिता भगवान हमें दो ज्ञान तू ईश्वर प्यारा दुनिया में एक सहारा हे जगत पिता भगवान हमें दो ज्ञान तू ईश्वर प्यारा दुनिया में एक सहारा
जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय जय गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हरे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हरे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हरे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हरे जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय जय लंबोदर पीतांबर सोहे हरि मन मुख तन यन रत मारे लंबोदर पीतांबर सोहे हरि मन मुख तन यन रत मारे कछ मन मालिक ले पिच सोहे कछ मन मालिक ले पिच सोहे लाल में चंद्र कला में गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हरे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हरे जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय जय मोरकली देत जनने जब तुम कचरत नो पुर जन तारे मोरकली देत जनने जब तुम कचलत नो पुर जन तारे प्रीधि सिद्धि दो चवद चुलावत प्रीधि सिद्धि दो चवद चुलावत सुर समोहल की और सपारे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हरे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हरे जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय
Sankhya Television is not only the first Hindu TV station in Trinidad and Tobago, but Sankhya TV also has the most coverage. You can find Sankhya TV on Facebook by searching for Sankhya Television. There you can view Sankhya TV Facebook Lives for all exclusive programming and all Sankhya TV playlists where you will find previously aired yagnas. By liking and following the Sankhya TV Facebook page, you will be